Okay guys, so this is not going to be a beauty video, which is what I'm accustomed to doing. This is all going to be about my setup and my equipment that I'm using to shoot these videos, because I get a lot of questions on Instagram, especially about how I got like a certain look or what I'm using, how I'm using it. So this is going to be a very detailed video. I'm going to try to keep it short though. So let's just jump into it. And of course, again, this is not a beauty video. I'm not here to look cute. I'm here to help you guys. So let's jump right into the video. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to show you guys the camera that I actually use to film the videos. This is a Sony a6500, and I'm going to be filming the rest of the video with this camera. So I wanted to show you guys the camera that I'm using to actually film the videos now, just with my phone. And I actually like this camera because it shoots in 4K, but you can also shoot it in 1080 to give you a smaller file. But I try to shoot in 4K anyway, and if I decide to upload to like Instagram or whatever, I just do it from like Apple device setting, or I'll do it from a 1080 if I want the resolution to be like super great. 4K is kind of like a super big file. This is what the camera looks like, and I'm gonna go over. And then all your settings in the back. I normally shoot with my videos on the aperture setting. It just gives me a clearer picture in my opinion, and you don't have to do too much adjusting color wise and all of that. And I shoot with a 16-50 lens if I'm doing a beauty video, and then it also has other lenses as well. It came with I think an 18-135, but that's a zoom lens, and I really like the pancake lenses when I shoot beauty videos. This is on the pricey side, so if you're just starting out, I will link a cheaper camera that I used all the time, which was a Canon 70D, which I think is perfect for videos. So I actually prefer that camera better, but this is actually the one I'm using right now. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna be showing you guys is exactly what's in front of me. So this is a Diva ring light, the Supernova, and of course I'm gonna link cheaper versions of this stuff for you guys, but this was sent to me to try out. Absolutely love this light, because it does come with a dimming little knob that you can dim the light. So you can dim the light, or you can make it as bright as you want. I try to keep it on the brightest setting for my videos, so I don't have to do too much adjusting with the exposure later on in editing. These two lights that you see around it is actually a Glamcor light right there, and I will link that as well, and a cheaper version or option for you guys too. I just started using the Glamcor lights because it gives me a more depth, like it gives me more depth to my lighting, and I don't have to do too much. And this also adjusts, so there's a little, and you just tap it and it can go as bright as you want. I usually keep it on like the second setting since I am using a ring light too. And then you guys are always asking me like what I'm looking at when I'm filming. This is what I'm looking at, my monitor. This is just a regular TV that I have a cord hooked up to, like a HDMI cord basically. And it's plugged into the camera so I can actually see what I'm filming. This little thing right here, this little pink thing, that I got this also from Amazon. It just holds my phone in case I want to do like an Instagram live video, and if I just want to do something like super quick and I can't hit the camera, or basically if my camera is dead. And I really like that option, and it's super sturdy too. So yeah, so this is exactly what's in front of me, and I'm gonna turn around so we can get to the other stuff that's super important, like backdrops. So let's get into that. Okay, so this is my backdrop. I literally have it on my curtain rod in my office. I was using just like a regular like part of my office at first, but I kind of really like the way the backdrops look for pictures and video. It gives you a clean look, and then you don't have to worry about like people being distracted from what's in your background. And this goes all the way to the floor. This is a 53 by 18 feet or 36 feet, one of those, which is basically the best option if you just are shooting beauty related products. If you were doing like a full like wardrobe type of thing, then you might want to get like a longer one, which I believe it starts at like 108 to 36 feet, something like that. But it's super simple to use and set up. And then if you look all the way up here, I'm not using a clip. Well, I am using a clip, but I'm just using a hair clip to basically hold this paper in place. Again, super affordable. You don't have to go cray. This background was like $36, I believe, or $43. And then I also have other colors, but as you can see, it goes all the way to the floor. If you make a mistake or you rip the paper or anything, you can cut it and you still have ample amount. Like, I just want to show you guys that you still have ample amount of paper up there. So another thing that I like to use in my office are these lights. And of course they come with a stand, they come with the light bulbs, they come with everything you may need. And I've literally positioned these to go toward the backdrop. So I have one on each side. And this illuminates the backdrop, and it basically takes away all the shadows. So if I sit at the backdrop, you won't get a bunch of shadow. So that's what these lights are for, just to get rid of the shadow. Okay, now as for my desk and everything, this is what it looks like when you walk into my office. So I have all this room right here. This is gonna be, I'm gonna switch out my monitors. I'm gonna put this monitor on the actual wall so I can see directly in front of me and not have to look off to the side. So this, again, this is just a TV that I'm gonna hook up. It could be an old TV, like clearly this is an old ass TV that I'm just gonna hook up and put on my wall. But as you can see right now, I have a picture up there. But again, this is gonna be used as my monitor next time. And then these are some of the other backdrops right here. I got different colors, but that's how it looks when you walk into my office. And again, you don't need a lot to do this. Like, I'm gonna step back just so you guys can see the whole view of the office. So this is what it looks like. It's my whole office. So I'm just gonna discuss like why I use certain stuff. So I basically use the monitor to make sure that my camera is basically recording. I want to make sure that everything that I'm showing you guys is being recorded, because cameras have like a time limit. So once you go over like 25 minutes or 30 minutes, the camera will automatically stop recording. So that's why I have this monitor, and that's why I'm always looking over, because it tells me if my camera is recording. It also picks up the sound, so it's telling me if my sound is being picked up, if you guys can hear me or not. It shows me all my settings on the camera to make sure that my white balance is correct. My aperture, my ISO. So ISO is basically just the brightness of the camera, what brightness the camera is picking up. My f-stop. F-stop is when stuff in the background is blurred and I'm making sure that I'm not blurred. And it tells me if my face is being tracked. So if I move, I have a little square and tells me if I'm being tracked, because I don't want my background being tracked. So also it'll tell you what exactly is in focus. So as you guys can see, my hands are in focus, not my face. So that's a good thing to have a monitor. As for camera quality does count, which is why I was showing you guys that I am using a higher end Sony. I did start out using a Canon T3i, but it gave me a noisy autofocus and it did not automatically autofocus. So that was the first camera that had to go. Then I started using a Canon 70D. I loved that camera, but I traded it for this one, which I'm not mad about, because this camera is actually really, really amazing, especially in low light situations. But I don't use it in low light, clearly. I have my whole office lit up. But if I'm outside or something like that, this camera is amazing. So if you think about investing, save up for this one. However, I I am a fan of Canon. Canon 70Ds are the best. Like literally, they're perfect. So I'll leave links for that. You do not need the Glamcor Light. I like the Glamcor Light because just the ring light to me only illuminates around the face, when the Glamcor Light actually gives you more a fullness. It brightens up the room so you don't have to have any of your actual lights on, and you don't need bulky softbox lights everywhere. So that's a big plus to have the Glamcor lights. Also, if you are like a lash tech or makeup artist, the Glamcor Light is perfect for traveling. It's lightweight. You could pack it up and go. You don't need to take a big ass ring light with you. So that's also why I like the Glamcor lights. As for these two lights that I showed you guys on the side of me, I like them again to light up my background, but it also makes me look more 4K, and it gives me more depth to my video. If you turn them off, like, you don't get the same definition, but when they're on, it gives you more definition to your actual body. So I do like these lights. I will leave links for those too. As for the backdrop, again, this is my first time using a backdrop, and personally I like it a lot better than just having my background in the video, because it felt empty. My background felt empty. Even though I had stuff back there, it just felt empty. But with this, I feel like it's more professional, and again, you can't see anything. Like, you don't get clutter. You don't get, oh, what she got back there? What type of products does she have? So you don't get any of that. And it just gives you a professional look. And you can switch these colors out. Again, links will be down below. As for everything else, it's going to come to you naturally. You'll figure out what you need and what you don't need. So just keep that in mind. Again, don't break the bank just to make YouTube videos. Like, start out small, start out cheap, and then work your way up after you start making some money from these videos. And basically, just, you want your quality to be great. Your content doesn't have to be super spectacular. Like, you can do the same thing over and over, but your quality should be great. So I just want to show you guys what I'm filming with and why. And I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and it was informative. So I'll see you guys in my next video.